Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. Number one is, as always, to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone who were well and who taught us truth. Today's lesson is going to go into eyes on the prize. Eyes on the prize. We're almost home. Stay focused, stay diligent, circumspect, because we're right there. And as we get closer and closer to the end, Satan is only going to get more and more worse. He's going to creep into your mind more and more. You're going to have Esau Edom, so-called white man, going to come with more and more devices, wicked devices. But as the scriptures say, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And then NLT verse 11, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. And when they say coming is after the working of Satan, because Esau is coming in the name of Satan with these wicked schemes, these ungodly, wicked perverseness, man. They're the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, man. 2 Corinthians 2, verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed. Who is the wicked? Who is the wicked, man? John 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? Who is it, man? The wicked is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Verse 9 in the NLT, this man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. Verse 10, back in the KJV, and with all deceit, we'll keep going in the NLT. Verse 10, 2 Thessalonians 2:10 in the NLT, he will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction, because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them. So again, it said he will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction. Now going back to that 2 Corinthians 2:11, because Esau is coming after the working of Satan, man. So these evil schemes, these evil inventions, it's Esau Edom, man. 2 Corinthians 2:11 again. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. But a lot of these individuals are going to be fooled as they're being drawn to destruction, as it said in that 2 Thessalonians 2. If I can find it. 2:9 in the NLT. Verse 10 in the NLT. He will use every kind of evil deception. But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We're not ignorant of their evil deceptions. It says to fool those on their way to destruction, because they refuse to love and accept the truth that will save them. And that's the one that Satan, Esau Edom, is going to get, man. Those are the ones that Esau is going to get. The ones who refuse Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And you see a lot of individuals today who are refusing Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. But we, the hopeful elect, Lord willing, we're part of the elect. We have to remain focused and remaining diligent and keeping our eyes on the prize. And that's what it says, remain vigilant, roaring. It says 1 Peter 5 and verse 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, has a roaring lion,
Strong's G 1127.
Seeking whom he may devour. Let's get that word vigilant. Vigilant. Gregorio. To watch. Give strict attention to. So you got to give strict attention to these things, to Satan's evil plans, his evil devices, to make sure that you're not being fooled. Because it's easily to fall into that snare, easy to fall into that trap. That's why you got to continue to pray, fast, study, and do what is required of you, and please the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahshai to the best of your ability, so you're not ensnared by Esau's wicked schemes. Right here it says to take heed lest lest just means unless lest in case, just in case, in order to avoid. So let's put that there, in order to avoid. To take heed in order to avoid, through remission and indolence, some destructive calamity suddenly overtaking one. So if you don't take heed, you're not going to be able to avoid what is about to happen. What? The destructive calamity suddenly. Now let's get that word indolence. No. Look up. Avoidance of activity or exertion, laziness. So through remission and laziness, you're being lazy, being slothful, as it reads in Romans 12 and 11. We'll get that. To take heed, unless through remission and laziness, remission, let's get that word remission now. Remission, the cancellation of debt, let's see, respite, period of respite, decrease, slackening, so yeah, it says slackening. So through slack and laziness, some destructive calamity suddenly overtake one. And what does it say? Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 5 and 7, make no tarrying, which is this being slack, to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. One more, Micah 2 and 10. Not Jonah, but Micah. Not Nahum, but Micah. Micah 2 and verse 10, rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. But these people don't want to change. They want to continue in their sins, continue in their wickedness, continue in their own destruction of their own selves, man. To take heed, unless through, let's put those words there, to take heed, lest through laziness and slack, some destructive calamity suddenly overtake one. It's going to happen suddenly, man. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Now I was going to get a precept for that. What did it say? Slack. Oh yeah, Romans 12. Romans 12 and verse 11. Let's get in the NLT. Romans 12 and 11 I'm getting excited. In the NLT, never be lazy, verse 11, never be lazy, but work hard and serve the Lord enthusiastically. In the KJV, it says, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. So you can't be slothful, man. You can't be lazy. Because if you be lazy, we just got it in the interlinear. For what was it? That Greek word, gargolio. You'll be destroyed, man. That sudden calamity, destructive calamity, and destroy you, man. So we got to remain, speaking of myself first and foremost, remain vigilant, remain sober, alert, on the watch, and our eyes on the prize, man. Matthew 6. Then I'm gonna take off and make it in transit. 2 more scripts. Matthew 6 and 33, but seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Remain sober, remain vigilant, keep your eyes on the prize. What are we supposed to be seeking? Epizeteo, I believe that's the one. Epizeteo. It's at the top. Zeteo. There's one that's Zeteo, and then you got Epitezeo, which is just a little bit different than that one. Epizeteo or Zeteo, G2211, to seek in order to find. To seek, i.e., require, demand, to crave. You gotta crave this, man. That's what, when you have your eyes on a prize, it's like when you're somebody famous or a really great sports player. They're what are their eyes on? That championship game, that trophy, that championship ring. So what, they crave it. They crave it to the point that they work out every day and they don't focus on anything else. And that's not just sports, but that's anything, man. You craving, you got the eyes on that prize for that promotion. You got individuals who have their eyes on their careers, and so on and so forth, man. How much more so, and when you look at it, how much more so the truth, how much more so the kingdom of heaven, man. Speaking of myself first and foremost, that incorruptible crown, which we're going to get into. That incorruptible crown, man. One more. You got to keep moving, keep pushing, keep fighting that good fight of faith, so that we can finally attain what we've been desiring to attain for centuries, man, for eons. Second Peter 3, verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Now, that word look, I believe this one is prosdokeo. It says to expect, G4328, to expect, whether in thought, in hope, or in fear, to look for, to wait for. You got to wait for it. But right here it says to anticipate. That word anticipate, real quick. I'm going to have to hit the road soon. Expect. We're expecting this. We're anticipating this, man. We believe this is going to happen. That we're not saying it's likely going to happen. No, it is going to happen. I'm going to find the Epizeteo. It might have been in this script. Hebrews 13 and verse 14. Let me go back, just read it. Hebrews 13 and 14. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Let's see if this one's Epizeteo. Barakatiyah by Shem Yahshai. Barakatiyah Yahweh by Shem Yahshai it is. G1934, Epizeteo. Which when you get the root word, here's the root word, which is Zeteo. Zeteo. What we just got in that Matthew 6 and 33. To crave, to demand, which is the root word for Epizeteo, Zeteo. So, but this is G1934, Epizeteo, to inquire for, get that word inquire, to investigate, to ask for information from someone. So we're inquiring about this, we're investigating, we're searching the scriptures daily to see if what Paul said was true. Which was the Bereans, the church of Berea. More noble than the Thessalonians. And just as the apostle mentioned, he was comparing Berea to the Thessalonians or Thessalonica, because they was about 45-70 miles apart. So when he went to Berea, when he went to that church, he'd go to the nearest church as well. It was only so many miles away, so he was able to visit both. And then he went to Berea, and then he went to Thessalonica, and he seen the difference that the Bereans was showing, their diligence, their fervor, their zeal, rather than the Thessalonica, which wasn't as on fire as the Bereans. And he was like, well, the Bereans is going in. They going in. So and that's the spirit that we got to be in. Speaking of myself first and foremost as the Church of Berea. Oh, we got to go back. Epizateo. To wish for, to crave, to demand, to clamor for, to search for, to seek diligently. Eyes on the prize, to desire, man. We're literally right there, man. Literally. Through the spirit power of Yahweh Shai, we believe that we are right there. And we see it in the air. We see it in the air. We feel it in the air. And when you talk about it, the hairs on your arms just start tingling. They jump up because we know and we feel it, man, that we are right there. 1 Corinthians 9 verse 24 in the KJV, know ye not that they which run in the race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. Run. Run, man. Run to win. Verse 25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. Everybody else is doing their thing in the world, sports, rap career, sports career, job career, high up in a business. They do these things to obtain a corruptible crown. Yeah, I just got that promotion at this job, man. Hey, man, you see my ring, man? Yeah, we just won a championship, man. Yeah, my album just went platinum. 3 times platinum. Look at the picture of the album cover and the platinum. That's why these people do it, man. For a corruptible crown, because at the end of the day, all that's going to fade away. All that's going to be destroyed. But what Yahweh Shai has prepared for us, that lasts forever. And that's what we want, man. That's what I want, man. That incorruptible crown that never fades away, that is never destroyed, that never perishes. From Yahweh Shai, man. For all eternity. Books written. Everything, man. Seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Everything to your heart's desire is going to be added unto you. As long as ye endure and do what you need to do. Speaking myself first and foremost. So I'm in it right there. I'm going to hit the road. Yeah, man. So just got to keep pushing, keep fighting that good fight of faith, and understand that Yahweh Shai is going to be with you. As long as you're doing what you need to do. As it reads in the Apocrypha, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. That's all we can do, man. We don't have the power in our hands to take the kingdom as of now. We need Yahweh Shai. So we just waiting patiently. Micah 7:9, I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Shai because I sinned against him until he plead my cause. Roughly paraphrasing. The Lord's going to plead our cause, man. What is it saying, Zephaniah? Wait ye upon me until I rise up to the prey. Not yourself rising up to the prey, but Yahweh Shai rising up to the prey. And we're right there, man. So keep pushing, keep fighting. Eyes on the prize and endure to the end, as it says in Matthew 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, and to the fold. And before we end it off, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh.